Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my monthly series where I show you the music finds that I picked up throughout the month. It was my birthday month, so I did receive some birthday presents as well as a few used finds that I picked up and then some other odds and ends that I'm going to show you. As I always say, I'm not going to show albums that I've already kind of showcased on other videos. So that means I'm not going to show you the Pet Sounds reissues that have come out. I already did a video about the DSS and the vinyl file copies of Pet Sounds. I also received some birthday VCLT from my buddy Alex at Beer and Vinyl with the Head and the Heart. So those will not be shown in this video, but again, I do have some birthday gifts as well as some new records and sundry. So let's just jump in. I did get some CDs this month, which I've been a little bit lax on, but I did a video where I got to see Andrew Marlin of Watch House and then Josh Oliver. Went to his concert and picked up 3 CDs from him. This is going to be just an instrumental collection of music. This is called Buried in a Cape by Andrew Marlin. This came out 2018. Just really nice acoustic mandolin music. Really, really good stuff. So really, really enjoyed that. Also picked up his other solo records called Fable and Fire by Andrew Marlin, as well as Witching Hour. So happy to finish that little mini collection of Andrew Marlin. I'm kind of a completist with Watch House and the like. So I'm happy to get those records. I did pick up, in terms of new, talking about Pet Sounds, I did get the Pet Sounds session highlights. This is a 2 CD set of the best of from the box set that came out in 1997. I did not own the box set. I wasn't around really collecting music when that came out. I was just 3. But really nice collection of stuff here. Nice essay, etc. So happy to get this. I thought about getting it on vinyl, and then I said, no, I'm just going to get it on CD because I don't know how often I'll reach for it. But really, really good stuff with some vocal-only tracks, some instrumental tracks, some alternate vocals. So very, very happy to have that. I found at my local shop here in town, I did find a couple of CDs. One I did not think I would ever see. This is going to be Old Crow Medicine Show and their first album called Utah, EUTAW. This came out before their self-titled album, which had the big hit Wagon Wheel on it. A couple of these songs do end up making it onto that album, like Cocaine Habit. But it's a lot of originals. They do stuff like Hesitation Blues, Tear It Down, Down South Blues. Shack Number 9 is a really good song. But yeah, really, really just raw, stringed music from Old Crow Medicine Show. Again, I did not expect to ever see this out in the wild. I didn't know that there were that many copies that were made, but it was independently released on Blood Donor Records in 2001. So Utah by Old Crow, happy to have that. And then speaking of Beach Boys, I found a copy of Still Cruisin'. Now, I know this one gets a lot of flack. It has songs that were already older Beach Boys songs, like I Get Around, Wouldn't It Be Nice, and California Girls. But it's also got stuff that was pretty much in movies is the whole thing. You have Kokomo is on here. They do a version of Wipeout with the Fat Boys, which is kind of weird. Island Girl by Al Jardine. So the completist in me wanted to grab it. Is it essential? Probably not, but Still Cruisin' by the Beach Boys. So that does it for the CDs. Now let's jump into some. I'll show you the 2 birthday records that my wife got me. She knows that I'm a big John Mayer fan. She's a big John Mayer fan, and so I did not have a lot of John Mayer on vinyl. I just had his album Sob Rock, and that was really it. So she got me my 2 favorite John Mayer albums, Paradise Valley, which is from 2013. this is just a singer-songwriter album. It's very much in the Laurel Canyon 70s kind of vein. Really, really good stuff. Listen to the song. Dear Marie is a beautiful song. He does a version of Call Me the Breeze by J.J. Cale. It's produced by Don Was, who's, been around with everybody. The song Badge and Gun is fantastic. You're No One Till Someone Lets You Down is just a great little country tune. But yeah, Paradise Valley holds a special place for me and my wife. And so it was really, really touched that she gave me a copy for my birthday. So Paradise Valley by John Mayer. And then the album that came out before that, one of my favorite albums ever, Born and Raised by John Mayer. This is really, really good. This is, again, my favorite John Mayer album. It's one of my favorites, again, of all time. He uses the vocals of Graham Nash and David Crosby on the title track. Just fantastic. Just some good storytelling. He was listening to a lot of Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, Bob Dylan when he was writing this record in 2012. And again, these are companion records, Born and Raised and Paradise Valley. But listen to the song Queen of California, fantastic acoustic picking, just kind of a Grateful Dead kind of vibe to it. Something Like Olivia is a great little blues tune. Love is a Verb, just really, really good stuff. Born and Raised. So those are the birthday records. Let me jump into some used finds, because my friend Gary over at Physical Format loves to knock me saying that I never buy used records. Well, Gary, here's proof that I do. So I guess it was probably about a week or so ago, my wife and I were downtown and went to an antique shop that has a good little record section. It's about 3 bins of records, but they're usually pretty well curated. Now, the thing is, like a lot of these antique stores, they put a high dollar value on the records, even though they're not in the best of shape. So like you'll go and like they had like a US version of Rubber Soul there. It was like $30. They had, somebody had brought in a couple of Rhino Reserves that they didn't want anymore. And they were selling them for pretty much retail price at what they would have been new. Like they were $38. So it's that kind of thing. But they did have a copy of this record, which is called Two Sides to Every Story by Gene Clark of the Byrds. Now, I've never heard this album. I still haven't given it a listen yet. But it was in really, really good shape. Very, very clean on the RSO record label with that cow. Just fantastic in terms of, finding a record like this for that price. It was $20, but, Discogs average price was around that. And I don't see this record ever, and I'm trying my best to be a completist with solo Bird kind of merchandise. But yeah, very, very happy to get it. There's Gene on the back. Looking a little rough, but hey, don't we all? So happy to get that at the antique shop. And we'll be excited to give it a spin here soon. Went to the local shop, the record shop, and I found a few copies. What was it? I found this copy. Yeah. Sorry. I was trying to remember if these came from 2 stores or one. They came from just one store. I got a 1976 reissue of Little Deuce Coupe. Plays beautifully. Played it the other day. This album, when it was reissued, had a couple of songs removed from the original. So it's a shorter record, which I didn't know at the time of purchasing it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. But it's super clean. Great songs on here. One of those early kind of concept records. You have Little Deuce Coupe on here. The original version of Be True to Your School, which doesn't have the cheering on it, which to me is a better song. I never really cared for that song anyway. They do Shut Down is on here. They do a song called A Young Man Is Gone, which is to the tune of the Four Freshmen, Their Hearts Were Full of Spring. Mike Love wrote new lyrics to it regarding the death of James Dean, who had died not too long before the record. But some good stuff, some forgettable stuff on here. But again, I'm a Beach Boys completist, or trying to be. So I had to get it. And it's on the yellow Capitol label there for those that care. I bought two ELO records that were missing from my collection. I bought Face the Music. Again, a beautiful copy. This has the song Strange Magic on it. Evil Woman is on here. On the Jet label, which I love that record label. And again, very clean. It's got some dust on it, but very clean copy. I was listening to Out of the Blue the other day and was like, I need to fill in some more ELO in the collection. So very, very happy to get that. And then I also picked up a copy. It's a corner cut, but I picked up El Dorado by ELO as well. Love that. I've always loved that album cover with Dorothy. Got the beautiful song, Can't Get It Out of My Head. It has the song Nobody's Child, El Dorado. It's got that suite, which is fantastic. Original sleeve. And then also on... Oh, sorry, this is on the United Artists label. So, happy to get that, even though it is a... even though the corner is cut there. You know, I love Jeff Lynne. I love pretty much anything he's part of. I know he gets a lot of flack for his, you know, overly clean production. Some people can't stand Jeff Lynne's production. I love it. I love the work that he did with Roy Orbison and with Del Shannon and George Harrison and Tom Petty. I love all that stuff. So those are my used finds. I should also say I won a single from JC at the Flip Side. Was running a social media contest, and he was giving away a single for one of his favorite bands, All Sinners, and I won the 45, which is really cool. And it's got all sorts of stuff in there. It looks like stickers through temporary tattoos, and it comes with there's the 45 right here. Cool yellow vinyl there. And they've stuck the Purchase Street Records sticker on there. Yeah, information about the band, all sorts of stuff. Koozie. Again, another card there. And what is this? An air freshener? I don't know. Maybe it smells like Josh. But yeah, very, very cool to have that. So thank you, Josh. Thank you, Purchase Street. Whoops, stuff flying everywhere. But yeah, thank you for sending this my way, Josh. I appreciate it. All right. Now, just a couple of new records, a couple of reissues, and two new records. I did, as you know, I'm a big fan of Casey Musgraves, and she has a really, really good new record out called Middle of Nowhere. Here's my copy. Again, great songwriting. Yeah, she's just one of those people that is kind of like, you know, she puts a like kind of she's not a fan of country music in Nashville, and is pretty vocal about it, which I appreciate a lot, especially with just all the, you know, corporate kind of stuff that happens in Nashville. You know, a million people writing on, you know, a big artist's songs. It can be kind of annoying. This is a limited edition there. But yeah, really good record. This actually came with a signed insert, which is somewhere else. I don't have it, but it was a pre-order, so happy to have that. Check out the song Coyote with Gregory Alan Isakov is good. Back on the Wagon is really good. Loneliest Girl. Rhinestoned is good. Uncertain Texas with Willie might be my favorite on here. But yeah, Middle of Nowhere by Casey Musgraves. And then the other, as you can imagine, new record that I picked up. Sorry for the glare. Look for Your Mind by the Lemon Twigs. Again, I've done several videos on this already. I'm not going to continue to go into it. Easily right now, my favorite album of the year. Just fantastic power pop, fantastic hooks, harmonies, all the stuff that I love in music. This was a deluxe edition on Orange Skies vinyl. So it came with the inner sleeve here with all the lyrics. Really, really nice wax, that orange. And then it came with all sorts of goodies in the inside. It came with this little mini signed poster with the brothers there. Again, my wife and I just got to see them in DC, and it was a fantastic show. Also came with this larger poster of the guys. This was like a web store exclusive, which has sold out, but you can still get the record on Bandcamp, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it came with that. Came with these little buttons here. Look for Your Mind, with images of the brothers on the buttons there. And then it also came with this cassette of demos and outtakes. Unfortunately, I do not own a cassette player, so I have yet to listen to this. I'm dying to listen to it. If anybody has a cassette player they want to send me, send it to me, because I don't have a cassette player, and I'm not sure if I want to buy it just for listening to this one cassette. But yeah, so, but very, very cool, and it was not that expensive to be a deluxe package. But yeah, just fantastic stuff. I mean, listen to the songs 2 or 3, which has this great McCartney kind of melody to it. The song Look for Your Mind is just very, very much like 1965 John Lennon. Gather Round is a beautiful, again, kind of jaunty McCartney-esque tune. Listen to the song I Just Can't Get Over Losing You, which is just a absolute power pop, bubblegum pop masterpiece. So there you go. And then lastly, I have 2 reissues here. This is Big Iron World by Old Crow Medicine Show. This is the second in their reissue campaign. They just put out their self-titled last year. This is put out by Oconee Records. Beautifully, beautifully done. It is analog. It was produced by David Rawlings of Gillian Welch and David Rawlings, Gillian Welch. But this has the big song, well, I say big song, live songs for them that they play a lot. Cocaine Habit, James River Blues, New Virginia Creeper. I Hear Them All. Just really, really good. God's Got It is a fantastic little gospel tune. But it's the original Old Crow Medicine Show. Again, sounds fantastic. This reissue for the 20th anniversary. Hopefully that will continue with their next record. But yeah, great that they're putting these out. The Hype Sticker says, groundbreaking second studio album by Nashville's premier string band, celebrating its 20th anniversary and first time on vinyl. Master for vinyl from the original master tapes by producer David Rawlings on his custom Ortofon amplifiers and Newman VMS 80 cutting system. Pressed on ultra vinyl by Gary Salstrom at Paramount Pressing and Plating in Denver, Colorado. So very, very happy to have this. And then lastly, the 15th anniversary of the debut of The Head and the Heart. I did a video on this as well. Very, very excited. It's the original album with some bonus cuts. I didn't own it on vinyl at all, but yeah, very, very happy to finally own this. Indie folk, pop, whatever you want to call it. Kind of a big sound of the 2010s. The song Rivers and Roads, Down in the Valley. Yeah, they were just of their time. They show up in all sorts of, movies and shows that kind of pertain to that era. So very, very happy to have that. But that does it for me. A lot of good stuff. Oh, I also picked this up at my record store. They had some freebies, kind of a cool poster of the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, double-sided poster. So happy to have that as well. So that does it for me, everybody. Let me know if you picked up anything fun in the month of May. Let me know if you grabbed any of these albums or reissues, or some of those old finds. Let me know if you like those records. So that does it for me, everybody. In the meantime, y'all be good, take care, and we will see you on the next one. Bye now.